Today at Commander Replay, we're back with some more of the first Sliver. Watch as things get completely ridiculous in the later half of this game. Next on Commander Replay. Today's show is brought to you by Culture, a graffiti artist from New York who brings your favorite pop icons to life. You can check out his one-of-a-kind works on his Instagram page, and if you see something you like, be sure to follow him and drop a comment. But if you see something you gotta have, or are interested in getting some custom work done, feel free to contact him directly through Instagram and be sure to mention Commander Replay for a discount. A link will be in the description below. Alright, this time we won the die roll. That should be helpful for our situation. We have a Vampiric Tutor, don't have any black mana. We have a bunch of slivers. This is kind of awkward. I'm gonna mulligan that one. The mana doesn't look great in that one. What do we got here? We still have the Flash Sliver. We have a Path of Ancestry that makes me feel a little better. Patriarch's Bidding, cool, in case a bunch of stuff dies. Yeah, I think I like this one. So we'll go ahead and keep this. Oh hey, pre-game effects. Chancellor of the Spires. At the beginning of the first upkeep, each opponent puts the top 7 cards of their library into the graveyard. That is really helpful for our Patriarch's Bidding. We draw into a Herald's Horn. That could be useful. Let's play the tap land first, and we'll pass turn like that. I do like being on the play in a matchup like this, where everything's very powerful. Here comes Elves of Deep Shadow. Yep. How many slivers did we hit? We hit a Blur Sliver. Haste. Cool. Haste is good. Siphon Sliver. Lifelink. Even better. And a Frenzy Sliver. Not too bad. Turn 1 Soul Ring for the Child of Alara opponent. That's probably not good. As long as we don't get wheeled or anything, as long as we can hold on to this Patriarch's Bidding, I like our prospects here. Child of Alara just keeps blowing everything up. At some point, we Patriarch's Bidding, get back a million slivers, all with haste, and then just blast them out of the game. I like what that means. Jataxian Probe. Cool. Commander All-Star right there. Brings back to our turn. We draw a Stomping Ground. Let us play the Stomping Ground. Oh, the Flash Sliver. Yeah, I guess we can play the Flash Sliver with Flash, so we'll do that. Next turn, we'll probably play the Herald's Horn. Aethersworn Canonist. Each player who has cast a non-artifact spell this turn can't cast additional non-artifact spells this turn. Alright then. Luckily our Flash Sliver can help us around that. Shouldn't be too bad. Should slow everyone else down a bit though. And an Uvenwald Tracker, that one can be annoying. Now we need to get our slivers pumped up. How are we going to go about doing that? Okay, end step, yeah, okay. End step the Quick Sliver and then bring down the Spiteful Sliver because then if something takes damage we just fire it right back at opponent. That sounds pretty good. Alright, we'll flash in this Sliver. We'll get a Scry in the process. It's a Sliver Legion. Yeah, let's keep that. That's a helpful card, right? Draw the Sliver Legion, comes back to our turn. We can actually flash down this Spiteful Sliver, which seems pretty cool. That way we can blow up the Uvenwald Tracker or whatever else we see fit to. So let's get the Plateau into play. We'll do some attacking. Go into the Child of Alara. See if the Tracker wants to fight our Quick Sliver. Here comes Tymna the Weaver. Okay. If opponent attacks our way, we could 2-for-1 them with the Spiteful Sliver. And I might do that. One into the Child of Alara. Uvenwald Tracker. Uvenwald Tracker into the other one. Okay. Yeah, I suppose they recognize that we have Flash on our slivers. Seems pretty good. Oh, Path to Exile on the Uvenwald Tracker. Sweet. Opponent still gets in with the Aethersworn Canonist. Tymna will trigger. Here comes an Eternal Witness. What's this going to get back? Oh, opponent's got an Ashen Rider in their graveyard. That seems scary. Going to get the Smothering Tithe. And, of course, they've got the mana for it. Gonna need our Harmonic Sliver at some point. Although, they can't cast a second spell this turn. Cool. Aethersworn Canonist. Nope. You get 1 spell per turn, sir. So they go ahead and play a Commander Sphere instead. Also seems pretty good. Here comes Magus of the Bazaar. That's interesting. Must really want some stuff in their graveyard. Reanimator, maybe? I don't know. All seems very weird to me. So we're going to go ahead and play our Spiteful Sliver. We'll get a Scry. I'd probably keep a land if I saw one. It's an Austere Command. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be useful. Let's keep that. I'm sure we can find a home for that somewhere. So back to our turn, we draw that Austere Command. I think it's a good time for the Herald's Horn. Play the Breeding Pool untapped. Make sure we leave some white mana open, and we should be able to get down the Sentinel Sliver. Choosing slivers. I'm going to do some attacking with the Spiteful Sliver. I doubt that opponent blocks with Tymna. Opponent goes down to 35, and we'll pass like that. Here comes some Lamar Elves, sure. Tymna going on the attack. Ooh, going to send the Aethersworn Canonist into us. Well, we're going to flash down this Sentinel Sliver. We're going to Scry. We do have the Herald's Horn trigger on our turn, so we'll want to try to get a creature on top if we can. There's a creature on top, so we'll leave that on top. Opponent just now realizing that they're about to get 2-for-1.
Although, oh man, either Sworn Canonist I think is going to hurt our opponents more than us, so I am, man. Still, a chance to shoot Tymna is probably too good to pass up. You know what? I'm not gonna, because Child of Alara has got Smothering Tithe about to come down. They're gonna have a lot of mana, and yeah, Ether Sworn is actually hurting everyone else much worse than it's hurting us. So Tymna gets to draw a card. Yep, 2 cards, back up to 7. Opponent's gonna Vampire Tutor at the end step. Yep, might be seeing a board wipe. Probably what I'd go for right here. They do have High Market, which means they could cast Child of Alara and sacrifice it and blow everything up. That could be bad. Opponent draws their tutor target. Opponent plays the Smothering Tithe. Yep. Opponent's going to activate the Magus. Yep. That activates the Smothering Tithe. Puts Chancellor in the graveyard, Unash, and, okay, Sphinx Tribal. Yep. Sandstone Oracle. Getting rid of a lot of big creatures out of the graveyard. Rides of the Dark Realms looking pretty good if we can find it. Patriarch's Bidding looking a lot less good, but Slivers work together pretty well. Those are some pretty good Sphinxes, honestly. But yeah, potentially we could go something like Patriarch's Bidding and then follow up the next turn with Austere Command. Could be a thing if we needed to, but it's a lot of mana, and it's still very early in the game. Don't know how long this game's going to go, so that's all a thing. So we go back to our turn. Herald's Horn is going to trigger. We get the Sliver, put it into hand. Then, we draw the land. Yeah, Smothering Tide is going to trigger. Play the land. Question is, do we play our commander now, or do we wait? Yes, we wait. There's no reason to, like, go anywhere, I feel like. I think I'm going to send all 3 into the Blood Pod player. They've got some interaction. Gonna Abrupt Decay on the Vigilant Sliver. That seems fine. They go no blocks, we get in for just a little bit of damage, and we'll pass like that. Here's a Sylvan Library. Okay. Tymna gonna go on the attack into the Sphinx opponent. Oh, gonna be a Swords on the Tymna. Yeah, I would have held on to that. Child of Alara is probably coming into play really soon, I would imagine. Maybe not, I don't know. Tymna's good. Doesn't seem Swords good at this moment, especially like we're gonna cast our commander. Probably go wild. Oh, I just noticed Ether Sworn Cannon is gonna be a problem for Cascade. That's not ideal. See if anyone plans to blow the board up or anything like that. If we see a board wipe in action, I might put the Sliver Legion into the graveyard, because then we can just Patriarch's Bidding it back to play, and that seems pretty good. Here comes a Phyrexian Arena. Okay, so maybe they're not going for the board wipe. That being the case, actually, because of the Ether Sworn Sliver, maybe we just go for Sliver Legion. Because there's not really a point to Cascade our commander in if we can't Cascade. Yeah, maybe we should have taken down the... I don't know. I feel like it's still hurting opponents, though, but at some point he's going to have to go. Wish I realized that a bit sooner. Maybe I would have traded it in. Opponent can activate the Magus. That'll trigger the Smothering Tithe. Here comes a Treasure Map. Sure. Opponent's going to use the Treasure Map. Sure. More Sphinxes into the graveyard. Patriarch's Bidding looking less good with a graveyard like that. Telepathy. Okay, opponents know what's coming. This is always a fun game to play. Banana has a Merciless Eviction. That's bad. Blood Pod has some bad things. Has an Eidolon of Rhetoric and a Yisan. Merciless on creatures would be really bad. I mean, if we went Patriarch's Bidding on our turn, oh man. Oh man. Opponent can see our Sliver Legion though. Sliver Legion at the end step, Patriarch's Bidding on our turn, go wild? Yeah, let's try it. Let us try it. Play the Sliver Legion. And there's a 2-headed Sliver. Ooh. Well, we won't be able to cast that one, but we'll leave it there, because we'll draw it. Seems good. Opponent is probably not too far away with Yisan and Bellringer. Bring it back to our turn, put the 2-headed Sliver in our hand, draw a Root Sliver. Smothering Tithe will trigger. Sliver Legion's a 9/9, that's pretty cool. Play the Patriarch's Bidding. We're going to choose Slivers. The Sphinxes may be a problem, but... Azor can come in and stop the Merciless Eviction. That's a thing that can happen. Bunch of triggers, a lot of Unesh triggers, Sandstone triggers, Chancellor triggers, Azor triggers. Ooh, Ashen Rider. Ooh, didn't calculate for the Ashen Rider. Ashen Rider on Sliver Legion could be a problem. Yep, gonna hit the Sliver Legion. Well, that sucks. Did not calculate that. Sphinx opponent will be drawing a lot of cards. It's probably the new threat on board. Still, though, I mean, if the board gets exiled, we just cast our commander, start cascading, and then start casting all the things after it. Seems good. Opponent gets to cast an instant or sorcery from an opponent's graveyard without paying its mana cost. It's going to be an Assassin's Trophy. I wonder what this is going on. Assassin's Trophy on the Haste Sliver, really? We get a land? Oh, we get a land. That's cool. Lands are good. Grab a mountain. Unesh pile start. Mostly a lot of mana. Opponent separating the pile. We'll separate it like this. Lands and mana producers and one creature. Puts all the stuff into the graveyard. Not like super aware of, or there's not a lot of mass reanimation that I'm aware of in these colors. Marshal's Anthem is about the only thing I can think of, so that's all very strange. This one's a little tougher. Put a Maria Shepherd separate from everything else, because a Maria Shepherd can get stuff back. Yep, they take the Maria Shepherd. Still think we attack the pod opponent. Oh, we lost haste. I don't think we won't be able to cast Austere Command during our next turn. Frenzy will trigger. Cool. Get a little bit of damage in, at least get some life gain going. Up to 39. Opponent goes down to 28. Oh, there's a Consecrated Sphinx in there. Didn't catch that one. This is all going to get wild now. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Child of Alara and just blow everything up. We could use a little reset. More triggers. Here comes Yisan. Yep. Opponent does have a Nature's Claim. Need to be careful of that. Opponent sacrifices their creature to gain a life. Sphinx opponent up to 18 cards in hand. They do not have a Reliquary Tower yet. Opponent trying to cast a Mystical Tutor can't do it with the Azor in play. Their option is really limited to play their commander, sacrifice it. Opponent draws an Imperial Seal, still can't cast it. Gonna send the Ashen Rider into us. Okay, no flying currently. Down to 34. Child of Alara into play. High market untapped. Opponent said he is my weapon now. I told him this game's moving at a glacial pace. Let the Sphinx hit someone before you blow up the child. Opponent's going to Nature's Claim on the Smothering Tide. That'll be good from a time management standpoint, because that thing takes forever to resolve. Opponent's going to use the Commander Sphere and draw a card, sure. Although, that probably wasn't... I don't know if that was super necessary. Helps with the time management, but if opponent's just going to pop Child of Alara at some point, eventually it's going to get blown up. Consecrated Sphinx triggers. Smothering Tide triggers. Smothering Tide down. Well, the Sphinxes are attacking into the Child of Alara. That's the fastest way to get the board blown up. Wonder if they have a disallow? 21 cards in hand, they might. Azor's ability will trigger. Doesn't seem necessary with 21 cards in hand. In my teeny bit of experience with the deck, it doesn't come up super often that you can actually use, that you actually end up putting mana into Azor's ability, but it's there if you need it. Opponent's going to Mystical Tutor. Okay. Cyclonic Rift would be a nightmare. Make this game even longer. Opponent said he's making him push the button. Yep. Yep, I see that. I see that. Kind of wish they just... I mean, even if they had to attack us, this game is just moving slowly. It's not terribly late in the game, but it's been a very long 6 turns. Smothering Tide trigger constantly. All the shenanigans that the Tymna deck does. Opponent reveals an Unburial Rites. Okay, that's fine. Sacrifices the Child of Alara. All non-land permanents about to get blued up. Boom! Ashen Rider can exile something on the way out. Hope it's not one of our lands. Ameria might be a more threatening target. Gonna go for the Exotic Orchard. Okay. Does take triple red to get Kiki Jiki. Opponent will now be down to double red. Mana Crypt for the Sphinx opponent. Soul Ring for the Sphinx opponent. Telepathy goes down, by the way. Signet. Ooh, Miraculous Recovery targeting. I mean, they should have done that at the end. Maybe they want the Azor. Yeah, opponent can't cast on Burial Rites now. Okay. Okay. And they know what's in everyone's hand, so alright, I guess that makes sense. Opponent has to discard from, like, 17 cards. Brings back to our turn, we draw Plains. Play the Plains. Cast our commander. We might even be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we have 7. We can cast 2 things. Alright. Get the first Sliver, Cascade. It's a Chromatic Lantern. That's fine. Cast that. We do get to scry one. There's a Gale Rider Sliver. That one seems very reasonable. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it right there. Play the... I guess we'll play the Leeching Sliver, so we can get some life loss going on our opponents. See if we can get some extra damage in. That'll Cascade. Play the Gale Rider Sliver. That'll Cascade. No... yeah, I gotta put a 0-cost thing in the deck. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Could be hitting a Wheel of Fate or something like that. I guess we wouldn't be able to cast it with the Azor in play. Yeah, first Sliver rebuilds really well. Hopefully opponent doesn't go for the Eidolon right here. Here comes an Arbor Elf. Yep. Here comes a Bird's Paradise. Here comes the Eidolon. Cascade is now turned off. See if they get shot by anything. Sphinx opponent should have removal of some kind. Drew half their deck. Child of Alara in a pretty hard place. Can't cast their commander right now. Yep, they just passed. Cool. I think they still have a tutor in hand, though. Mana Crypt on the Sphinx opponent. Profound Journey, getting back the Guardian of Tazim. Landfall, enters the battlefield under your control. Tap target, creature and opponent controls it. If it's an island, doesn't untap during its next untap step. Gonna go for our Sliver. Really, opponent, like, we're not trying to attack you. This game will continue to move at a glacial pace. Azor gonna swing into the Child of Alara. Opponent's gonna draw with the Azor, sure. Can't imagine that they would possibly need to draw anything else. They've drawn so many cards. We draw a Shadow Sliver. That's something. Is it worth playing Slivers if we can't Cascade? The answer is I don't know. I don't feel like we particularly need any of these. We'll attack into the Child of Alara opponent. They'll lose 2 life off of these Slivers. Maybe we'll play 1 Sliver just to get a Cascade. I think I like that idea. Play the Shadow Sliver just to get a Scry. Why didn't we Scry? We did not Scry. Oh, I didn't use the right mode on the land there. Alright. Well, pass turn. Sarah Ascendant coming down. Yep. Opponent is below 30 life, so it is very small and non-threatening. Opponent's going to exile all creatures. Fine with me. Get rid of this Eidolon of Rhetoric. Brings it back to opponent's turn. They get a Mana Crypt Flip and a Profound Journey rebound trigger. That's a card that I've always wanted to use, but it's expensive at 7. Opponent's going to Profound Journey on Chancellor of the Spires. May cast target instant or sorcery spell from an opponent's graveyard. Going to go for the Patriarch's Bidding. Nice, that should speed this game up. Bring back the Slivers. I think our Haste Sliver should come back too. Yep, choosing Slivers. Wish we sent our commander to the graveyard, but I didn't know that was coming. Well, Child of Alara is back. Everything's probably just about to get sacrificed. Apparently Telepathy is back somehow. Maybe it's one of these Sphinxes? I don't know. All the Sphinxes are back. Banana's holding a Swords, an Imperial Seal, and an Unburial Rites. That's a lot of triggers. Someone's got an Eternal Witness. Sphinx opponent won't be able to cast any additional cards, which will be good. Opponent's going to get back their Phyrexian Arena to their hand. If we swing into the Sphinx opponent, all the damage that's dealt to our creatures, they may not block. They might just take it all. That's something to think about. Especially if we play the Menace Sliver, that could be good. We should actually be able to cast 1 Sliver on our turn. Cast the Root Sliver right now. We do have Flash. Opponent getting more Unesh triggers. Opponent almost out of cards in their library. I'm not sure what their plan is there. The Double Strike Sliver would be sweet off the top. Or of Silence. That's a great card. I need to get some of those in my paper collection. They're like $5 uncommons. It's kind of annoying. Oh, Moat. Magus of the Moat. Oh, do we have flying? We do not appear to have flying currently. Yeah, Flying Sliver got killed by something. False Defeat. Another reanimation card. Opponent can only cast artifacts at this point. Hopefully they don't have any nasty ones. Felwar Stone into play. Brings it back to our turn. There's an Opaline Sliver. Consecrated Sphinx will trigger. Yep. Play the 2-headed Sliver. Try to use the right activation on this thing so we can get a Scry. We get a Scry. It's the Crypt Sliver. Seems pretty helpful. We'll keep that on top. And we are going to turn these bad boys sideways. So, by virtue of opponent having to double block everything, that would actually give us a lot of direct damage. Frenzy triggers a couple times. Cool. I don't know what it wants me to do. Sure. Apparently we have to sign all of our frenzies. Frenzy triggers. We go up to 50. We get 9 damage, 8 damage, 7 damage, 5 damage, and 10 damage. Alright, let's see who we can kill. Let's go 10 damage, 9 damage, 7 damage, plus 5 damage, plus 8 damage. Opponent said, oh yeah, they forgot it works like that. Well, the damage is already on the stack. Opponent's gonna blow the Child of Alara. Sure. I think that might get rid of lifelink, I'm not sure. Opponent will gain 1 life. All the permanents getting blued up again. Yep, we've still got lifelink. So our life total is a climbing. Oh, opponent survives at 1? Sad face. Did I miscount? Guess we're just going to lay down our Opaline Sliver. Oh, right, because opponent gained 1. Yeah, that's why. Ugh. Village Bellringer down. Yep. Opponent should be able to Unburial Rites. Unless Azor came back in. They may not be able to Unburial Rites. Nope. Here comes Child of Alara. Cool. Disallow? Please counter that. Counterspell! Nice. Alright, Child of Alara is gone. Whew. Get this game moving. Sphinx opponent down to 8 cards in library. Hope they have a way to recycle, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. Here's a Karmic Guide. Bet that's going to be annoying. Oh, I wonder if they have Lab Man in their deck. They might. Karmic Guide getting a Mary Shepherd? Yep, getting a Mary Shepherd. That's a play that I've made in the past. Here comes a land. A Mary Shepherd, get back. Oh, Madomai. Yeah, that's a good one. Madomai is a very good one. Heck, I hear extra turns win games. And trade routes. Return target land to your hand. Discard a land, draw a card. Interesting. Here's a Crypt Sliver. Let's go ahead and cast our commander. We get a Cascade and a Scry. Put the Scry on the bottom. There's the Winds of Abandon. Yeah, let's use that on the Madomai. Madomai into exile. Opponent gets a Plains. They get to bring something else back. Dream Eater. Surveil 4 when you do return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Alright. Can I bounce the Village Bell Ringer? Sure. Keep the Cultivate. Put on top. Attack into the Child of Alara. I think they have a Swords in hand, so this may get shot. If they do, we'll get to draw a card. Yep, here comes the Swords. We'll draw a card. Draw that Cultivate. Up to 91. Pass the turn. Opponent's going to play a Rex Sage on the Trade Routes. Sure. Here comes a Living Death. Cool. Oh, I should have put our... No, maybe we shouldn't put our commander into the graveyard. Someone's got a Sire of Insanity. Ooh, that's no good. Is this a May? I think the Unesh opponent might get milled out. Yeah, I think opponent's about to get milled. So that's cool. Without graveyard removal, I don't know that we can actually stop the Child of Alara opponent. Opponent have a Lab Man in play? I do not see one. Opponent will Living Death once again. Opponent's going to sacrifice the Child of... Oh, no. So everything's going to get blown up. It'll all come back with Living Death. Child of Alara will come back. Ashen Rider will trigger again. Oh, this game is out of control. Oh, Child of Alara. Bring graveyard removal. Telepathy's back in play, apparently. Or something like it. So, even more triggers. Magic Online can't be too far away from crashing. You can already feel the game starting to get, like, lag between triggers. And last time that happened, the game crashed. I don't think Magic Online likes Smothering Tide very much. It kind of causes some problems, I think, with the sheer number of triggers that it creates. Opponents have the same feeling. Yeah. And now we're just caught in a spiral of loops. Sire of Insanity is back to play. It's exciting. Opponent gets the Swords of Plowshare or something if they want to. Chancellor of the Spires. Patriarch's Bidding is in our graveyard. Opponent's got Swords on that. They've got Merciless Eviction. That's a thing. Rex Sage on, I don't even see what. Sandstone Oracle, maybe? See triggers flying every which way. I don't really know where things are going anymore. Will the game crash before these triggers resolve? More at 11. I think the Sphinx trigger is gonna kill our opponent right here. Resurrection. Oh my. Opponent officially has 0 cards in library. They just need to draw one. Ashen Rider exiles the Sire of Insanity. That's probably a good thing. Eternal Witness is going to get something back. Opponent dies to drawing from an empty library. Mill win. Leaves only the Ashen Rider and the Eternal Witness trigger. Oh my god, that's finally over. Oh, that was miserable. And somehow after all that, Child of Alara is not in play. Cool. Let's do some attacking. Do we have haste? Oh yeah, this one had haste. Oh well. Send 2 of these over Mia. And the rest over here. It's going to be a Swords on something. Swords on the Ashen Rider. Oh, opponent gains 7 life. Oh, that means they're back in it. Well, if opponent blocks some stuff, then we should be able to burn them out. Oh, yeah, that one. We should have played that one. That one would have made them all unblockable. Yeah, sorry, I'm losing a bit of focus after the large stack and the everything about this game. Oh. Frenzy triggers a bunch of times. Oh, do we have Flash? Oh, yeah, we do have Flash. Well, we could have got that down. Whoops. Even after we attacked. Oopsie. We go up to 112. Aetherflux Reservoir may not be out of the question for this deck. Let's play the Cultivate. Let's get some lands. Did opponent really just not attack? Oh my god. Here we go. Here comes the Child of Alara loop. Opponent's going to play a Traverse the Uvenwald. Sure. So, Banana scooped. Banana scooped voluntarily because he should be dead. We've all been playing games for like 7 or 8 hours, and these guys have been filming with me too. So just, I've lost a lot of focus by this point in the game, and he should be dead several times over. And I mean, the thing with Child of Alara is that it's just gonna drag the game out, just back and forth, and like, I don't think they're anywhere close to like a win condition or something. But oh yeah, this game. Child of Alara makes me just, like, not enjoy Magic, honestly. Play the Shifting Sliver. Slivers can't be blocked. Should have played that one last turn. Go to combat. Swing with everything. Frenzy triggers a bunch of times. And we finally get there. There were no winners in this match. This match was just long and painful. Yeah, so I need to get some 0 drops into the deck. That's a thing that needs to happen. I probably need a couple more 1 drops as well, given the high number of 2 drops in the deck. It probably makes sense to add more of those. Definitely got to rework some stuff a bit. Isn't quite where I want this to be. The Patriarch's Bidding was very interesting, especially with someone else playing Tribal. That got really awkward. We almost had like a really good play there, but we were playing Child of Alara, and that all became a problem. Yeah. So, really interesting game. Just, I have an absolute headache now. Who even knows? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching.
I'd like to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. We have one Patreon supporter heading over to Afghanistan, and I'd like to wish him luck and a safe return, and that is Ethan Gray. Ethan, good luck. Additionally, we have two new Patreon supporters, in Mitch Peterswald and Jared Zemlin. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, feel free to check out my Patreon at the link below.